Hi ladies, how are you? Alright, I'm gonna give everyone a couple of minutes to come in before I start donations. And I will turn on the camera in a second. Let me just get situated. How are you ladies doing today? Alright, here we go. Oh, the one I sent you in your email, yeah. Good. Ooh, I took a hot ass shower and I'm kind of hot now. I can't believe that we're already like in the 70s. Like, wow. I cannot believe we're already, the weather is already in the 70s. I'm like, I thought I could have like one more beach day and that just, yeah, I don't think that's happening. I don't know if that's happening because even this weekend is only going to be Saturday 74, Sunday 76, Monday 78. We have like one day next week that's in the 80s. Maybe that day I'll go. Like, it's crazy. All right, Sunkar, you could go ahead and post your question. I'll give they'll just come in when they come in. Yeah, I told my nephew, I was like, damn, you already started school. I was like, I didn't even get a chance to take you to the pool. Cause every time we planned for it, it was either raining or you wasn't sure. Okay, got you right now. Wait, let me get my screens up. All right, let's see. Hi everyone, welcome in. Like the stream, donations are open. What do you want Sunkar to know at this time? What do you want Sunkar to know? All right, we got the Four of Swords, the Moon, the Four of Cups, the Emperor, the Queen of Swords, and the Two of Swords. Clarify the Two of Swords, the King of Cups. Give me 1 second. So, all right. I feel like, all right, with the Four of Swords and the Moon, I'm getting like, to me, this feels like rest and reflection time for you. Like, this could be time for resting and reflecting. Almost like the Hermit, but not in the Hermit mood where, like Hermit to me closes off to the world. That's not what they're saying. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, you're in a phase where you need to maybe slow down, rest, and allow clarity to surface rather than forcing answers. I feel like the moon is here, and the moon is showing for you like there could be confusion or uncertainty around your path, or any, this could be any situation, whether it's love, whether it's romance, whether it's about a person specifically, career, you know, family circumstances, business wise. They're not clarifying, so that they're saying like your intuition, or you kind of know where that's at, right? Where this confusion could be at. Hey, just or uncertainty. Um, so it could be on your own life path itself, like your purpose, or just a specific situation or several situations. Spirit wants you to know that stillness and inner silence will help you separate fear from intuition. um there's the thing is, like, I'm getting with like, there's something that you may be overlooking, with the Four of Cups being here. Sometimes the Four of Cups could talk about like opportunities that are there, but so let's just say, all right, let's just say you're looking for, I'm just gonna use career because, business. Let's just say, you said the confusion is everything low key. You see, so that's why they were saying, or like it could be multiple things, right? So, all right. So let's just say Four of Cups for me sometimes is a card where some, like, all right. So let's just say you want. I'm gonna use business. You want a $500 client, right? That's, you're specifically like wanting to a $500 client, and instead you get a $400 client. The Four of Cups for me, it shows like rejecting the $400 client because you're not seeing it as an opportunity, because you're wanting that $500 client, right? It's not saying to settle, but it's almost like saying you could be overlooking because this could turn into that $500 client, right? So, and I'm just using that as an example. Not that that specifically was happening. That's just an example. For me, the Four of Cups, sometimes it does speak of like someone not taking an offer because they feel like it's too small, and which I get that, right? I can understand that when you don't want to settle when it comes to anything, but sometimes you could be overlooking because you're saying, um there's emotional apathy and hidden blessings coming your way. They're saying you may be overlooking an opportunity or focusing too much on what isn't working. So also be mindful of that. Like, what you, for me, I'm always gonna say this, like, this is what I live by. Where your awareness lies, it's gonna stay there, right? So if you're constantly like too focused on what isn't working, you're gonna keep getting that in your experiences, right? So it's almost like accept things for what they are, and like shift your focus. So you may be focusing on too many things that aren't working for you, where it's like, it does, if it's not working for you, then just accept it for what it is, turn your face, and because there is other opportunities that you could be overlooking, because again, you're too focused on what's not there. um I have and I feel like they're saying like, don't miss the blessings that are right in front of you because you're replaying past disappointments, right? I feel like the pause that you're in isn't rejection. They're saying it's just redirection. Let me see what you're saying. I have really in my head about my career. Like, I struggled with a design today and it made me feel incompetent as a nail tech, and I've been having the issue with this with some clients. I think the overlooking me looking at the good clients I already have. Yeah, that could be it. I think so. For me, like I always say, that's why I say I always tell people be mindful of what you say. Like, words are powerful, right? So, and I'm not saying that you're doing this, but I'm just using an example, right? Um, I feel like if you know, like I see a lot of this, and I see this with so many people. Like I'm talking about like on Instagram, Facebook. I constantly see people writing stuff like basically like life sucks, like life is hard, life sucks, you know. They're always constantly in that energy, right? So what happens is, and again, I'm not saying that this is what you say, but maybe there is something within you that could be causing certain experiences, right, where you have to kind of like fix it, basically, right? Switch the energy. Because to me, when people are in that, and I'm like, you know, I stop correcting people, I stop saying anything to anyone. But usually when I would see that, I would be like, don't say that. Because what happens is, when you're in that energy and you're thinking that life sucks or life is hard, life is going to show you. And it's probably going to show you in the thing that you're most consistent with. So with you, it could be like your business, right? That's something you do practically every day. So it's going to show you things. And honestly, it's just your awareness. It's just your awareness is misplaced, is what they're saying. um you said that's what you were saying in the email reading. You know that sometimes when I do readings, I forget what I say. Cause I mean, that's spirit talking. So sometimes I'll remember. Like if you guys tell me something, then I'll remember, and sometimes I don't. Um, I also feel like with with the Emperor and the Queen of Swords, right? This is like you needing to step into your power with balance, right? Like knowing who you are. You know who you are. Like, you know, trust me, I struggle sometimes too with clients. Like, and I'm talking about like shit that I would do on a day to day, like a color that one of my clients, you know what, on Saturday, I was with her for 5 hours. She's usually only here for like 2 hours, 2 hours, maybe three. And I was like, did the time just like fucking skip by? Because how the fuck was she sitting in my chair for 6 hours? It made no sense to me, because even when I think of it, I did every step like I normally would. I don't know what it, and like, it made me question things, because I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, you know what? It just is what it is. Like, she was happy with the outcome, you know, whatever, right? Um, so kind of just like, yeah, I feel like it's almost like just accepting things and just shifting your energy from it. So with this Emperor and the Queen of Swords, Spirit is guiding you to balance both authority and discernment. The Emperor says, you need structure, um, boundaries, and stability, while the Queen of Swords says use wisdom, honesty, and clear communication. So I feel like Spirit wants you to stand firm in your truth, but not become hardened. So logic and intuition must work together. So I feel like maybe I want to say has to do with your career, mostly just based on the stuff you had told me. Don't question getting rid of clients. Like I said, I always say, like, when a door closes, because multiple are about to open for you. So kind of just remember that. I think right now you are going to need to have certain boundaries. The Emperor is here, so when it comes to like business, the Emperor is like the head of the head. So just kind of like understanding it's just business. And even when clients, you know, if they decide like, you know, this is just not gonna work for me, that it's just business. You know, treat it like that, rather than, and I know that bother, like I had a bunch of clients that moved like out of state, like to Florida. And I have a few that moved to Florida, and a few that moved to the West Coast, and these are consistent clients. So when that was happening, I was like, what the fuck? Mind you, this was all within a year, like within the same year. This was like that rough year that I had. I think that was 2022, 2023, where I was like, what the fuck? And I was just becoming a full-time entrepreneur, so I get it. And then I don't know, like one day I just kind of was like, it is what it is, you know, more clients will come, and they did. um and then I feel like with the Two of Swords and clarified by the King of Cups, um I feel like you're coming up, you are gonna have this like choices to make. Making decisions is what I'm getting. um and you may feel stuck between two choices, um or a few choices, paths, right? This could be more than two. I feel like the Two of Swords could be showing a bit of avoidance or hesitation in making a move. The King of Cups, to me, clarifying it means Spirit wants you to make this choice not just with logic, but with emotional maturity, like compassion and a center heart. I feel like when your emotions are balanced, you'll know what to do. So almost like if there is a decision to make coming up, this could be coming up soon. To I want to say like possibly like Libra season, which I think is after Virgo, where you'll have to make some type of decision. They're saying don't run and just make a logical decision. Kind of sit in your emotions about it. Um, that's happening at my suite too. We had quite a few moving out of state. Girl, yeah, I went through that in 2023 when I went full time. But I was also and that's why I say like it's crazy because I've been in conscious manifesting for a while, so I kind of knew what was happening and I kind of was chill about it. Yeah, I feel like whatever is like, so with the Tower and the Ten of Wands here, I just feel like there's going to be a drastic shift that happens for you. It's going to kind of be unexpected, a good one, because I'm getting burdens are ending. So like this heaviness that you may be in now is not going to be for long. It's not going to be for long at all. And I want to say like by Libra season, you're going to feel more, like way more at ease. Um, Clarify the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you see? There's literally like this is the ending and this is where we're starting, the beginning. The Page of Wands tells me this is like a new clientele. You may have some younger people coming to you. Um, I'm getting like younger people. They didn't clarify if it's love or career. Yeah, they didn't say. They're not clarifying. Um, it could be both. But I feel like you may have some younger people coming towards you, new clientele. And you know what? This makes sense. Remember how I was saying like you want a $500 client, but you may only get you have a $400 client. So this could be like literally like people bringing their kids like eight. I don't know why I'm getting like 8 year olds where they're just getting like a little manicure and some nail polish. That's not making you a lot of money, but I feel like it's still bringing you um some coins. But I feel like your business is still, it's like the rough patch that's happening right now, like in your life in general, is coming to an end, and then here goes the new start that is like it's more spark and action. Yeah, see, there's progress and movement here with the Chariot. So that is what I have for you, love. I hope that was helpful. I know that was a lot. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything you put. Yeah, the clients moving out of state is crazy. You're welcome. And yo, when I tell you, all of them were my consistent clients that were coming like every, I want to say 6 to 8 weeks, that I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, you have to get, that's the thing, your mind, whew, that's the only thing you have to change is your mind. And you're welcome. Thank you. Toasting my toast. What are you about to eat? Just toast? Alright, so what the hell, people? I just opened you up. You too, girl. Get your rest too. Just relax. Hi, everyone. Who's all in here? Y'all talk to us. Why y'all just watching? I like the stream too. Alright. I don't need all of that. What the heck? All right, so IJ, I have. All right, so IJ, I'm confused. I'm not gonna. All right, so I have a $6 donation, a $4, and then a 9. I know you said to add for the in depth, so then, all right, so that will be added to the 4. And then your $6 donation. What is that for? Well, go ahead and post what you donated for. Oh, I don't know why I got a little heartburn all of a sudden. Wait, just with peanut butter. All right, and Natty, thank you for your donation. Sorry if I didn't see you earlier. I got a new deck, y'all. All right, so that's for the in-depth, and then for the other donation. How is Nat feeling about her actions towards IJ? Okay. How is Nat feeling about the actions she's been taking towards IJ? Okay. All right, so I feel like she is definitely in this place of creating opportunities for herself, right? And this includes you, right? I feel like with the Three of Swords, the Moon, the Temperance, to me, I feel like this for me feels like past energy. The Three of Swords with the Moon. There could have been a time where she felt I wasn't even looking for this time. I stumbled across someone in the place of my. Oh, okay, yeah. I get what you're saying, IJ. I feel like with the Three of Swords and the Moon, I feel like there was this energy of hers where she may have felt like disconnected. This is past energy is what I'm getting. Hold on, IJ. Let me fix my screen. Um, Hi Diamond, I'm good. How are you? Sorry, IJ. Let me send this to my sister. Because I'm going to forget. And I need her to do this for me. Let me see. So I feel like, thank you, Diamond. I'll have just add you. I feel like, all right. So with that, like I was saying, with the Three of Swords and the Moon, I feel like she at some point she felt conflicted. I feel like on one hand there was a sense of longing, like a sense of longing and distance, right? Because of distance, right? Like physical distance, but also her being a bit detached from emotional fulfillment, from like things that kind of made her happy, and not just with you, but with like other things, right? Um, yo, you know how many people fucking comment on that post that I said, I don't know who needs to hear this, but fold your clothes, that little note. There are still people commenting on it. Um, so I feel like, yeah, like there was detachment from things that fulfilled her heart. I don't know if it's because, thank you, Diamond, she just kind of felt like she didn't deserve it, or like she just, again, like, I think she's someone that's used to giving, so receiving can be a little crazy. And I remember getting this from her where she gives to the wrong people, and then she starts to feel imbalance. But then she will take from the wrong people in that same sense, right? Kind of like a selfish energy. So I think that she was trying to get to a point with you where I think she was trying to figure out, what is this, right? What is this? Um, and she also, I think that she felt guilt, almost like, I feel like there was guilt because she wasn't pouring into the connection. Um, there was guilt because she wasn't pouring into the connection as much as you were, right? So this is like past energy. To me, the moon shows that there was some confusion or doubt, and like questioning whether um her actions would be received the way that she hoped, right? I said, oh my god, I was meant to say IJ. She may have felt like she's was afraid of exposing her feelings more than she intended, right? So she also, because she felt a little confused, she was struggling with giving to you, right? I think that we've gotten this from her before where she was like analyzing, and maybe she overanalyzes people because of her past experiences. So it's almost like she was kind of waiting to see, when are your true colors going to show? But your consistency showed her that this is who you are, right? I'm telling you, like, you kind of like being there for her, and as much as you could when her grandmother passed away, really opened her eyes, because I really feel like that's when the shift happened. I feel like the people that she was kind of pouring more into, because I think these are people that she kind of sees. I'm not getting romantic people, but I'm saying people in general, like friends, family, people that she was pouring into and being there for, did not pour into her when she needed it, but you did. Um, so I do feel like her actions, like what she's doing right now, is like that's all tied to again, the feelings of being feeling conflicted, not knowing whether her pouring in, you would fade away. So this is why I feel like she does it subtly. She's still doing it, like, just liking your stuff now, viewing your stories. It's all momentum that's gonna continue to pick up. With the temperance being her, I do feel like she's kind of like in this energy of like, I'm gonna have patience, but the thing is this, um I have the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune is not a card of patience, and neither is the Knight of Wands. So I feel like she's trying to balance herself and stay patient, right? Because I do feel like, I want to say there's a lot of like excitement around like her getting to know you now even more, right? Um, but there's also like this restless energy where she's like, I feel like she hopes her consistent actions shift the energy in her favor. So I think that she still is a little weary of like, again, pouring in too much and then it not being received. But at the same time, there's something within her, because we have the High Priestess here, that is giving her comfort, that is letting her know that this is not your usual type, girl. He's not one of them. Okay, you're good. Um, and so I feel like, she may feel like things could turn quickly, and I feel like she's maybe saying like for me, this is a card of fate, right? So if fate aligns, and so right now she's kind of like testing the waters, is what I'm getting from her. Hi Angie. Yo Angie, I swear I was thinking about you before I came out live, and I was like, I gotta text Ange. um and this is why like that Knight of Wands is here, where it's like that restless energy, like I'm ready to take the wheel, is what I'm getting. I'm getting that with her, with a lot of things, like I said, in her life in general. I feel like she has been, I don't know why I want to say 3 years, um in this cycle of like doing the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, she may have traveled, yeah, she may be doing like other projects, but it's stuff that's in her comfort zone. And I feel like now she's at this place where she's like, I want to get out of my comfort zone, and she's feeling kind of comfortable, and I feel like we know why, right? um with the Tower here and the High Priestess, um I feel like she senses that her actions are creating, um I want to say a stir. Like, when you stir in the pot, right? Let's just say, all right, so that when you go to fried chicken, I'm using fried chicken, fried fish, I'm using, or even french fries, whatever, you're frying something. You let the oil get hot first, right? And it's still like, it may bubble a little bit, but it's kind of still. But when you put in whatever you put it in there, whether it's fries, chicken, fish, like whatever you're frying, it bubbles up, like it starts to stir on its own. Like, you don't have to do anything but just put the whatever you're putting in there to fry. That's what I'm getting, something like that, right? And I feel like, even if it's not visible for her, so she's like stirring something, but she's going into this with this knowing that, you know what, I don't need to see things to know that they're working out in my favor, because the High Priestess is here. So this for me feels like it's still a little bit of like energy of like her feeling a little hesitant, but the wheel is here, and the wheel turns into something more like rushed in, her trusting herself more, her trusting her inner power more. And I feel like deep down, like she knows that her energy is being felt, like you're feeling her energy. And what I'm also getting is like, there's this like natural intuitive pull that tells her you're noticing her, um even if outwardly you're not doing anything extra. So I feel like, remember how I said like that sometimes I was watching remember, I think it was yesterday, where I said I watched this video where the guy was saying how when God reveals like someone's like spouse to them, like the person they're supposed to be with, things can sometimes get weird, because that person knows, the other one may not know, and the other one may still not be aligned with them yet. So like it gets, so then what this person does, the one that knows, which would be you, starts to do all this drastic shit right? And then the other person kind of freaks out. So it's almost like you don't need to do anything, is what I feel like Spirit is saying, because she's going to continue to do things, right? She's going to continue to have follow through with you, because there's this inner knowing that you're noticing her, that you notice what she's doing. She's wanting to be noticed, and we've been getting that a lot for her recently. Like, she's now in this place where she's wanting you to notice her, even though you already have. But in essence, she wants to be noticed. Okay. um so with the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, um I want to say this is her investment. So how she's feeling is like she's investing and she's planting her own seeds. So you've already planted the seeds, and I know that you're still planting the seeds, within in your mind. So this is her way of kind of investing in the connection, planting her own seeds. And this is the thing, she's not just planting them for the fuck of it. This is like investing in a long-term, this is a long-term investment. So investing for the long run, right? I feel like her, like liking your post and, like, showing up consistently, right? You're gonna see a lot more of that because we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is her way of planting seeds, right? She also is, again, I do get patience from her is what I'm getting. So she is in a place where she's feeling good. I think that subtle shifts are going to continue to happen. We've been seeing that for a while, and we've actually been seeing the subtle shifts. Expect more to happen. I want to say, like, she's also, like I said, she is in a place of urgency, but I think that she's also going into this place of, like, being patient. So she may be learning patience right now. And I feel like she could be, like, in this place where I feel like she believes what she's doing is laying a foundation. Okay, like a foundation is being built on a strong, on a strong level, not a weak one. um I wanted to say something else about the Hangman. There's a lot of observing too, and a lot of planning with her. And I'm gonna tell you something, this is not something she usually does, IJ. I feel like she usually doesn't go out of her way for people. And this is like, again, and for other people may not look like a lot, but for me, like, when we're working on mindset shifting, this is a lot of movement that you're getting. So I honestly feel, and I'm not saying that just because you're here, I don't think she's done this before. And I think this is why she's doing it subtly, because it is kind of like, again, out of her comfort zone, which is good. Um, with the Two of Wands and the Ten of Wands, I want to say at the same time, she may feel like, I think she starts to overthink. Remember how I said she starts to overanalyze too much? So she may feel like at times, like, I don't want to say she feels like she is, but she may wonder if she's doing too much, right? Um, but yeah, at the same time, I feel like there could be a little bit of her being at, like, a crossroads, deciding if she should keep going or pulling back a little, right? But I want to clarify something, because I feel this is crazy. This is a weird, very, like, because there's planning, and then she's like, wait, am I doing too much? Should I fall back a little bit? Should I pull back a little bit? Should I do more? Should I, like, I think that she goes back and forth, but then there's always planning to do more. Show me the Ten of Wands. You know what I get to? Oh my God, what was that mean? That meme where it said, like, women, we were born to wait, to do too much. Wait, to do too much. But it was more about, like, dressing up, like, where people were like, oh, some people just be doing the most. Oh, that's what it is, doing the most. And I think she's used to doing the fucking most, like, and I feel like maybe with this, again, is out of her comfort zone, because she does not do this. Let me just clarify something, because I don't necessarily see her pulling back. That's too much. By the way, look at how she's seeing you, the King of Wands. That's baby daddy energy. Say, no, that's husband. That's husband energy. All right, she's gonna come out of this. Is, I feel like it's her ego playing with her. But she's gonna let go of like those fears with the Eight of Cups. She's gonna walk away from those fears. So again, I feel like there could be a little bit of back and forth with her, but you're still going to be seeing these movements from her. So I feel like she's feeling like empowered, also a little, I don't want to say scared because I don't get fear from her. I just think more of like doubt creeps in, and not about you or the connection, but more so about what she's doing. Um, so if you don't see her in your stories, it's not a big deal. It's just maybe her trying to like space it out and not feel like she's basically on your dick. I don't know why spirit used that, but yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's all good stuff though, because I'm seeing her following her intuition, which is a good place to be in, because when you're not listening to that inner voice, you're at a, honestly, you're at a fucking, at a negative. And you know what, and more than intuition, I feel like this could be, so subconsciously the work that you're doing is showing up for her intuitively. Like intuitive nudges is what I'm getting. All right, and then you want to do messages from her. Let me know black, purple, or orange. Wait, do that. Let me show y'all something. So I have bought this blank deck, right? It was a blank deck. All right, you want to do purple? Gotcha. So I did the messages today. This is my higher self oracle deck. And look. So I'll be posting pictures. You know what? I'm going to give y'all some of these. People who donate, I'll give y'all some. Alright, purple. Let's do purple. And I am working on another messages deck. That one is for like new connections, like somebody you just met. Alright, this is for Jay. What does Matt want to say? What do you want to say to RJ? Look, I'm so in denial about my feelings for you. This is that past energy that I was talking about. I still have hope that we can work things out. So this is her putting that work in. Just because I'm quiet doesn't mean I don't think about you every single day. I just don't see her going quiet anytime soon, to be honest. I want to love you for life. I feel like that was past energy, except for the last one. You probably think I'm super trash. See, I think that she overthinks shit. Like, remember I used to always say this, like when she would go quiet, I felt like there was always guilt there. And that was carried on now with that Three of Swords. That maybe, oh, IJ. Now this makes sense. All right. So because she will go quiet sometimes, right? Running from her feelings, I think that she's doing these subtle movements. Maybe there's still a little bit of fear that maybe if she starts putting the work in, you know, people have said this, these negative beliefs that people will say, like, oh, as soon as I start liking a guy will chase you, but as soon as you start liking him, he starts to like he'll ghost you or whatever. He starts to like change, switch up. That could be something that she has thought of. It's not possible to lose each other. We are connected forever. I know something flipped, but where did it go? Yo, I swear I saw something flip. Hold on. Oh, we'll be together for eternity. I'm now more emotionally mature, all thanks to you. We know. That's why she been putting the work into the connection. I really love your scent. You just always get that, huh? Huh, IJ? We've been here before. I want to show you what I can be. Looking through our messages makes me miss you immensely. Let's heal our connection. And that's her again, put in that work. I'm gonna just give you a few extra. Just because I'm quiet doesn't mean I don't think about you every single. Wait, didn't I just read this? Yeah, I have this in here twice. You're so handsome. Always know that deep down we are one always, and one more. I'm going to surprise you with a gift. Hope you love it. She's gonna send you some sexy pictures. Like, no, I don't know. I don't know why I said that, so maybe. So that is for you, IJ. And thank you so much. All right, Jess, you can post. Angie, what are you doing this weekend? You got any plans? I can't believe this, like, all this is over this weekend. What the fuck happened? This summer went by faster than when I go on vacation. That's the crazy thing. I feel like this summer has gone by faster than when I go on vacation. All right, so for Jess. Wait, the one from the other day, RJ? How is Jay feeling about Jess? How is Jay feeling about Jess? Girl, I'm loving the weather too, but I wanted one more beach day. Like, I'm still very pasty. I mean, I usually get a lot more color in the summer, but whatever. How is Jay feeling about Jess? The Three of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Sun. We could probably still do one, Ange. I mean, even if it's like, I mean, because when we went, it was in the 70s. But see, now this is where like the 70s starts to feel a little colder. So we would have to go like ASAP. Maybe Sunday I'll go down. Like, we could figure out like to go out to eat or something, Ange. This weekend, Saturday or Sunday. I need to buy new clothes, y'all. I lost weight and like I don't have clothes that fits like the way it should. But this summer I didn't feel like buying no new clothes. So even like my biker shorts, they're a little short. I mean, they're a little loose. All right, the Seven of Wands. How is Jay feeling about Jess? The King of Cups. The Six of Cups. I get a lot of nostalgia wanting to reconcile because I have the Three of Cups with the Six of Cups here, right? So this for me feels like thinking about you, you know, like thinking about you a lot about memories, you know, and even thinking about like the future, right? I feel like, I mean, his feelings for you are positive because I have the sun here. So his feelings for you are positive. I mean, I don't have anything that's negative here outside of him still with the 7 of Wands. Like, there's still a challenge here when it comes to him showing emotions outside of him, because the emotions are there. The King of Cups is here, so he definitely has romantic feelings for you. There's emotional feelings for you. There's emotional attachment, but it's like he kind of is like staying calm, cool, collective, not really, and I wouldn't say not ready to show them, but kind of still being a little guarded. I want to use guard. Spirit is using guarded. I feel like he's still in this energy with like planting his seeds little by little with the 7 of Pentacles, kind of like not in a rush to make something drastic happen. I feel like, honestly, I think he's a little. Show me the 7 of Pentacles. Why is that? Why is that? The Magician. I feel like he's still like in preparation, planning, and the thing is, like, I feel like he knows all he has to do is take like real action, right? So I feel like when it comes to communication, he's still building up momentum. Like, you know, you're gonna kind of get the same stuff that you've been getting. It may heighten a little more coming up, but I feel like he's still working up his nerve to actually speak to you. um I feel like why is he, show me the 7 of Wands. Like the King of Pentacles. I feel like he's still in this energy of trying to make sure that when he comes in, he has something to offer. So he may be, I think the challenge here is like him maybe not feeling like enough, or still having a little bit of a guard up when it comes to his emotions, even though they're flooding. There's no hiding that. So that's what I'm getting with that. Again, with the 6 of Cups being here, I do feel like he is in this energy of like, he knows that you guys are going to reconcile. Like, he's already made up his mind about that, right? It's just about coming through with the actions is where he's at. Like, I think about her, I know this, she's the one, I'm gonna come through. I still have hope that we're gonna reconcile, or like at least I know this is what I want. um but just kind of like just building momentum little by little. He is still definitely in that energy with that 7 of Pentacles. Anything else she needs to know about how he's feeling about her? The Queen of Wands. You get the Queen of Wands a lot for him. How he's feeling about you is obviously a lot of attraction. I feel like he definitely is very much in this energy where, again, there's emotions here, right? He knows that he has these feelings for you, but also there's a lot of physical attraction where I feel like he's also looking at you as someone who you're persevering. Or like he feels like you're somebody that perseveres, especially under pressure. So you're kind of in this energy where you're like the queen warrior here, but you also know how to be calm and walk away from situations that don't serve you. So that is what I'm getting from him, from how he's feeling. And like the Queen of Cups was at the bottom. So that is for Jess, and thank you, Jess. You're welcome. All right, Natty Nat, you can go ahead and post. All right, so let's see. Will I get an interview for the e-commerce and digital marketing assistant job for Marcardi Group? Marcardi Group. Let's see. I applied recently. The Ace of Wands. Hold on, give me wait, sorry. Alright, can you guys hear me? Oh wait. King of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you are. I feel like you will get a call. They're gonna take actions to come towards you. There could be there could even be, this could also land you a job offer. Because I do have the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. This is all action taking. It may, see, the energy, I can't even say if it's gonna come in soon or not, because the there may be a little bit of waiting with the King of Pentacles, because this is the current energy. So for me, like, there could be a little bit of waiting, and then after that, like, the process seems really fast with the King of Wands. So I feel like you will. I'm getting a yes for that. So that is for you, Nat. And thank you so much. What the fuck is Summerween? You're welcome. All right, Diamond, you can go ahead and post. So for the what's coming towards you, if you're doing a mini, you have to give me a specific topic. So is it in love, career? I'll do what's coming towards you general if for in-depths. But for the minis, you guys gotta give me a topic. Okay, in love. All right, let's see. Wait, what is Summerween? Is it like Halloween in the summer? See, that's that I don't rush. I don't rush the holidays. You know what? Me and my guy best friend were just talking because he said his wife was trying to go to like the pumpkin patch now early September, and he was like the first weekend or something like that, and he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, that's the one thing I don't rush. I don't rush my holidays. I want to enjoy them. Yeah, they already, that's what I'm saying, all the stores already have all the pumpkin, because you know Starbucks sells their pumpkin muffin that's so delicious. They never had it out till like October, and they already have it. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, they already have it for in. I remember I will wait for that muffin to come out, and it did not come out till like October, and now they already have it. So yeah, that's their pumpkin muffin. I love their pumpkin muffin. It has like pumpkin cream cheese, not a lot of it in the center. It's really good. And with like pumpkin seeds around it. And let's see. What's coming towards Diamond and Love for September? In September, what is coming towards her in love? Yeah, it's still summer to me till September. What 20? It's either the 20th, 21st, or 22nd. I don't buy into all that dumb shit. I'm sorry, I just don't. I'm not rushing my holidays. Like people that decorate their Christmas trees like the first day of November. Why? I think you know what social media is the social media shit with like who does it first, to be honest, like who does it first, like that's what it is, a competition. I always have done my Christmas tree either right before Thanksgiving, and that's when we used to have like people over, or literally like the day after. I remember we would be putting up the Christmas tree like that weekend. What's coming towards Diamond and Love for September? In September, what is coming towards Diamond and Love? 5 of Swords reversed. The Ace of Pentacles. The King of Cups. Girl, you may have somebody new coming in. Yeah, I feel like you're letting go of like mental stress, but let's see. The Nine of Pentacles. You know what? Let me start here. I don't know that is what. I by humbug. What is that? Wait, what the hell are you talking about, Andy? Come on. Um, Diamond, you didn't hit up this guy for his birthday, right? Thank you. Yo, that's funny, Ange. All right, so Diamond. I mean, it looks, this is a good spread because you're not in stressed out, or you're letting go of like stress is what I'm getting in September when it comes to love. Um, I feel like you're releasing. Thank you, Toka. I don't know if I told you I went offline. No, no, no. But give me a second because I want to know. Shit, I might call you tonight if I get off early. Sorry, Diamond. Okay, back to Diamond. All right. So with the Five of Swords reverse, I like to see this reverse because in the upright it's just too much, right? So I feel like in September you're gonna be releasing conflict and misunderstandings. This could even be people that cause these type of things, right? For me, I feel like September is bringing in, I want to say, this energy of healing from past tension, from past heartbreak, from past mental anguish, stress, um, conflict. Um, if there has been miscommunications, you know, any ego battles, because that's what this could talk about, or feeling like love is like a lose lose situation for you, I feel like you're gonna feel that energy kind of lifting. I feel like spirit is bringing smoother communication for you and less drama, which I'm not surprised. There is the King of Cups here. Um, so you're kind of letting go. I want to say you're letting go of those things. Anything that brings, you know, miscommunication or drama, like you're just kind of, or confusion, I will even say, because sometimes the Five of Swords in the upright talks about mental confusion. You're letting it go. And I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, there is a new beginning in love. There is a new grounded opportunity opening up, which kind of goes hand in hand with that Five of Swords being reversed. I feel like whatever this new beginning isn't just a fling. I feel like it's something stable and promising. It could be a fresh start with someone you already know, I will say that, or a new connection that feels like it has that long-term potential. So something is happening in September, whether it's like you kind of just looking at love from a different perspective, being more optimistic about it, or literally someone coming in with new energy, or just somebody completely brand new. Um, I feel like with this King of Cups, this is like emotional maturity and stability. So I feel like you have love coming from someone emotionally available, very compassionate, very balanced. Again, not a flaky person. Not a person that's like up and down, in and out, hot and cold. This is a person who knows how to care deeply, but in a steady and protective way. So I always say this when I do love readings and someone comes up, if someone is coming in with opposite energy from what I just said, you know, someone that's not emotionally available, someone that's not compassionate, someone that's not balanced, someone that's flaking, it's not them. So don't try to force it, because I think that's what happens a lot of times. Like, people will try to force things. If somebody is coming in with that kind of energy, whether it's a past person or a new person, they're not the person that spirit is has for you. So it's better to cut them off. And because this person is going to come in with consistency from the beginning, there's not going to be any confusion. Um, the Temperance for me is all about having patience, and when it comes to timing. So experiencing like trust, like I want to say like trust the timing of things. I feel like September may bring steady progress rather than sudden fireworks. So like maybe September brings you kind of like letting go of past energy and entering like a better mindset when it comes to love. Um, and not the person coming in just yet, right? Um, so because I feel like, I always say timing is fluid. So we could be talking about September, but it could be coming later or sooner, right? We're still technically in August till Sunday. But I will say, like, just kind of trust, basically trust the process. Because I do feel like you have to let go of some mental, I don't want to say programming, but like way of thinking when it comes to love for this connection to come in. Because if you don't believe in love, or you think that love is hard, then that's what you're going to keep attracting coming up. But I do feel like the connection that's coming in is a connection that's going to be developing over time. It will be about balance and harmony and emotional flow. So not rushing. So there's going to be, I want to just be clear on this, right? Again, if someone is coming in that's flaky, not emotionally available, playing games, in and out, hot and cold, it's not them. If someone is coming in and they're showing some type of consistency, even if they're not rushing to make things happen, but they're showing consistency, that is your person. Because this person may not come in all the way like hot, like quickly trying to get stuff off the ground. He's going to take his time because he is an emotionally mature person. And usually people that try to rush things too drastically are not emotionally mature. The Nine of Swords here is in the reverse, which is again a good card to have, like the Five of Swords, because it talks about like healing from anxiety and maybe fears when it comes to love, right? And I feel like your love life will feel lighter. I feel like if you normally are in this overthinking energy, like replaying scenarios, like past scenarios, past stories, or maybe even worrying about like conflicts coming from certain situations. I feel like that stress is gonna begin to fade in September. I feel like it could start fading now. It could be in that place now, right? I feel like you're gonna feel calmer and more secure and less burdened by your own thoughts, right? Because I say this all the time, like the worst thing is your mind. It's your best and worst thing. Especially like depending on what you're thinking about. So if you're thinking about past stuff, then it's your worst enemy. If you're thinking about good things, then it's your best friend. The Nine of Pentacles is here, so I do feel like you're gonna be feeling more confident and independent, or confident in your independence. I feel like Spirit wants you to know that you're going to be standing strong in self-love, or you're needing to stand strong in self-love. I feel like, even as love starts to flow in, you're not going to lose yourself. So if that is a fear, because that could be a fear for a lot of people, right? I feel like a lot of people fear losing themselves in a connection. um you're not, I feel like you're not gonna be in that energy so much, or like Spirit's at least telling you that you're safe, right? um you're gonna not lose yourself. You're still gonna be able to be who you are, and maybe be your even truer self than that you haven't been in a while. I feel like you're gonna feel a lot more confident, radiant, and attractive. So this could be bringing in a few people. um and I feel like to me this card is a magnet, right? Like is a very, like, the Nine of Pentacles for me is like the baby empress, I call her. And for me, she carries a lot of magnetic energy. When she's in her power, love naturally comes in, right? And I feel like that's where you're gonna be at, definitely more in your power. And if you notice, like, there's a big coin here, so there is a new connection coming in that's bringing stability. I feel like either you have to work on your mental, like your thoughts, or like those things that you say when it comes to love. A lot of us have those, like, beliefs, those negative beliefs. But if you work on them, you're gonna release a lot of things. Yeah, look, the Tower is here with the Magician as I'm saying that. And look, you have the Star at the bottom. So like there's a need to like leave things behind where they are. Leave people where they are, because this is another thing too. I feel like you meet people where they are, and either they're gonna level up with you or they're not. And sometimes it's okay to just let people be. You can't force them to change. And I feel like with the Tower, I feel like you have like I want to say like an unexpected surprise coming in love, coming, I want to say, before the end of the year. Something that you've manifested in your own way. And look, we have a, well, yeah, because the Magician is all the kings in one, but like the Pentacle is standing out again. So there is like a steady connection that's coming in that's gonna be bringing you security. So that's what I have for you, Diamond. It looks good. It looks really good. When I first started learning tarot, because y'all know I've always gotten downloads. The fucking fives, oh my god. It took me a while to understand the fives. It took me a lot of studying. You're welcome, and thank you, Diamond. I did a lot of studying when it came to the fives. The fives used to be real confusing. I want to say the other one that's a little bit confusing. I'm gonna probably have to say the nines. I want to say the 5, 7, and nines. But fives, definitely. And you know what? I'm not the first person to say that. I know a lot of people that have told me that. All right, Toka, you can go ahead and post. All right, let's see. Jay's thoughts about Toka. All right, what are Jay's thoughts about Toka today? thoughts about Toka. Hi guys, who's all in here? I know Angie's here. I know Jess. I think IJ is in here. Toka. Maybe Diamond is still here. Jay's thoughts about the 4 cups. Girl, this guy. I didn't get to read your messages yet. I'll read them in a second. Girl, I feel like he was having sexual thoughts about you today. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm getting a lot of contemplating and like fantasizing. A lot of contemplating and fantasizing. The Judgment, the 10 of Wands. Have you guys not seen each other often? Because I feel like he feels a little burdened by that. Maybe like you guys have been working a lot. Hold on. Show me the 10 of Wands. Unless he's feeling like you're overwhelmed. I feel like he could be thinking, or he could be, yeah, I feel like he could be thinking that maybe you were overwhelmed or you're overwhelmed. Yeah, with the 4 of Cups and the Devil and the Queen of Wands, I mean the Queen of Cups, I feel like there's a lot of like thinking, but sexually. He views you as someone that's very emotionally stable, very calm, very beautiful. But yeah, I get a lot of sexual energy here. Like, I feel like his thoughts were not in the best, well, I wouldn't say the best place, but they were definitely in the gutter today. I want to see why the 4 cups. Give me one. Yeah, you see a lot of thinking. This could be his energy right now. I'm not gonna lie, because this is like a nighttime card, the 4 of Swords, when you lay in the bed. I mean, you can lay in bed at any given time, but I feel like even like right now, like I want to say in real time, he could be thinking very sexually about you. Like I said, there is emotions here though, because we do have the Queen of Cups. The Judgment is here, so I feel like, to me, like the Judgment showing up in thoughts, it almost feels like you could be like overpowering his thoughts right now. So like where it's all he thinks about, especially with the Devil and that Judgment being there. Like he could be like obsessively thinking. Show me the Judgment. His energy is just, it's not bad. It's just all over the place to me. It's almost giving me a little bit of anxiety. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe he is feeling anxious though. Show me the Judgment. Oh my God. That's too many cards. Where's the Judgment here? See, I get, all right, so I'm gonna stick with what I've been saying. I'm gonna say today his thoughts are very sexual, and I'm getting that again with the page. They're kind of different, that because the Judgment for me sometimes talks about like a new phase, a new start, like a new way of seeing things, an awakening. And I feel like as of recently, you've awakened like a very sexual side. So I'm gonna keep it there. I think he may be feeling a little burdened by it too. Like, I don't know who's in here, but I don't even care. Y'all hear shit that y'all not supposed to. If you're underage, that's on you. Like, to me, it almost feels like when a guy is like like blue balls, basically. He's giving himself, um, he's putting himself in that place is what I'm gonna say. So he could be, doing certain things with you on his mind, okay? Because he's seeing you, like, again, very beautiful, very gorgeous, very sexy, a lot of sexual attraction here. And I feel like he likes your independence, but I want to say, like, he's feeling a little burdened by his sexual feelings for you and sexual attraction. So forgot, I told him I might go to yoga tomorrow. He did make a joke about that. Maybe that gave him. That probably did. Girl, listen. Yoga is great, and yoga be do they. I used to do hot yoga, so yeah, it probably did give him like real dirty thoughts because I'm getting like a lot of dirty energy from him, and not dirty, but sexual. He's trying to restrain himself, I feel, but it's almost like he cannot fucking, when he's by himself, he cannot hold back. So yeah, he's not holding back when he's by himself. So I do feel like he's taking care of himself to thoughts of you. Ew, I don't know why Spirit showed me that, but yeah, they just showed me like explosion. They didn't show me any parts. It's just, yeah. Not Spirit with the random visuals that I don't want to see. That's what I'm like. His energy is not about work or like anything else. I never felt his energy like that. So sexual. If he catches you, he gonna tear that ass up. Say, now let me stop. All right, and this one is a in depth, right, Toka? His next actions. What are Jay's next actions towards her? What are Jay's next actions towards Toka? What are Jay's next actions towards Toka? What are Jay's next actions towards Toka? The moon. I feel like expect the unexpected from him coming up. The moon, sometimes the moon is like when Spirit puts it out here, is like they're not gonna tell us. Yeah, they're trying to be smart. But I could always read the energy, so they could be smart if they want to. Um, let me stop combating with. I mean, if Spirit will really tell me not to say something, then I won't. I mean, they usually won't show me anyways. But I feel like with the moon, for me, it feels like there's things happening behind the scenes that was working out in your favor. So this could be him literally like planning in his own kind of way. The Seven of Pentacles for me is like building over time, planting seeds. So you're gonna see him continue to plant seeds. Um, and with the Page of Cups, could be an offer to like go out. I don't know why I'm getting like coffee or tea. Um, Possibly even like a drink is what I'm getting. Like what I want to say, maybe not like very very next actions, maybe not, because I do have the Four of Swords here, but I do feel like he could be in this place where soon you're gonna go out to like more dinner setting on, and not in a way where it's like, oh, you just got out of work and he was coming out of work and he decided to like take you out to eat. No, it's gonna be like literally planned. Like, are you off on this day? Like, can we go out to dinner? So like a date, okay? And he's planning and thinking because I have the Four of Swords. So he's not necessarily rushing. He's continuing to plant seeds is what I'm seeing coming up next. Thank you, IJ. Look, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, see, growing over time. I feel like he's trying to follow his heart, listen to his heart. I feel like he's trying to be Prince Charming, but not in a, sometimes I feel like when Spirit is using Prince Charming, it could come in as like this guy is gonna try to use like things just to get to you, but no, it's like following his heart in like a serious, coming in charming, but in a serious way. You see the Ten of Pentacles. So again, it's about building long term. So this is what I'm getting from him. The reason why I feel like he's not in a rush to do things is because he's trying to build over time. He's trying to build over time. I feel like when he is really interested in someone, he takes his time to get to know them, to know what they like I feel like he starts off like that, like almost like acquaintance, and then moves into like the friendship level, and then from there like the girlfriend level, and then you know and grows from there. So but when he just wants one thing, where there's a lot of single guys that are like that, then if that's what he wanted, he would have already kind of rushed in, is what Spirit's trying to say. Like, so basically, like, he's coming in with some steady energy, but because he's trying to build over time, trying to build over time, and because he sees that long-term potential with you. The Two of Pentacles is here. The High Priestess, the Star. The Six of Wands, definitely giving you a lot of attention. With the Two of Pentacles, again, I do feel like there is still, like, he's trying to balance things out within self, because I have the High Priestess here, so it's more about like internal balance, not you necessarily, it's more him. So again, that's why I feel like he's trying to build over time, because he's maybe the type of person that just, even for his own comfort, he has to like take his time in trusting himself with someone, his decision making when it comes to like someone that he's courting or getting to know. So definitely expect more communication from him, giving you a lot of attention. But the Seven of Wands and Nine of Wands are here. I feel like there is still some challenges here. I'm not going to lie. I do see that still here. There is still some challenges here. There is still a little bit of him having a little bit of a wall up, being protective of himself. But I do feel like that's coming down over time. Like I said, I'm getting him giving you a lot of attention. So that's phone calls. Again, there could be a date coming up where he takes you out. Clarify this the Seven and Nine of Wands. Clarify the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. So yeah, the Hermit with the Ace of Swords, he's still trying to gain clarity. I feel like he is still not in a place where he's rushing things or like intending to rush anything right now. He's still in a place of taking his time. I feel like there's a lot of reflecting, a lot of going within. So usually when you're going within, that does take time, but it does come with a breakthrough with the Ace of Swords. So I do still see a lot of communication, guys, but maybe nothing that feels, I want to say, romantic just yet, but it is growing over time, because you have the, and then you have the Knight of Cups. So he is growing, like his intentions, or at least his actions are growing over time. So that's what I have for you, love. I hope that was helpful. And thank you, Toka, for your donation. You're welcome. Jess, you can go ahead and post. All right, got you, Jess. super dry. Alright, energy check for September for Jess. We got the Temperance, the Three of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Star, energy check for September, the Emperor, the Page of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Empress, the Seven of Swords, the Devil, the Tower with the High Priestess. Hold on, I'm gonna use the background. Be right back, guys. My bad. I didn't mean to turn the camera off. My freaking bad. I feel like September is going to be possibly what I'm getting is like recalibration. So I feel like you're going to be entering a month where balance, patience, and inner alignment will be key. I feel like the stars in your spread, so this talks about like healing and renewal are going to be highlighted. I feel like you're going to be moving more towards like clarity, and hope, even if challenges arise. So there could be some challenges that you're going to be overcoming in September. Um, Not too crazy is what I'm getting. I don't feel like it's like, oh my God, like these crazy challenges, but there could be challenges here to overcome. I feel like this has to do with like heart matters because the Three of Swords is here, and I feel like there could be some type of emotional pain or disappointment that may surface, but it does look like spirit is going to be pushing you um towards like relationships and connections that are reciprocal. Okay, so this could definitely be your connection with Jay, because you do have the Empress and the Emperor there, the Empress and the Emperor and the Emperor, the Emperor and the Empress there. I feel like the Four of Wands being there, I'm definitely getting like that sense of like celebrations, reunions, feeling more grounded in your personal life for sure in September. um so it feels like, see, I feel like this has to do with him, because it feels like whatever heartbreak you guys went through is going to be counterbalanced by harmony coming in. um I feel like the Emperor with the Page of Swords, this does talk about that sense of like authority, control, and observation. So you may be dealing with a figure or energy where control and boundaries are key. Um, this could also be your parent, because I do, the Emperor and the Empress, they are parents. They're the father and mother figure. So this could be with your parents where you may need to, I feel like, yeah, where control and boundaries are going to be key here. I feel like with the Page of Swords, there's curiosity, watching, and gathering information. So either you're observing them closely or they're observing you closely. And I do feel like, so I'm getting two different energies, okay? Yeah, you're about to stand on business. So I'm getting like them, right? Observing, maybe like, there could be boundaries set there. But then I also get this could be you and Jay, where you both are kind of observing and watching each other. And like spirit is saying, um, don't let don't let observation become overthinking. So for me, like, when you're observing too much, and like, I can only speak for myself, so I don't know if this is gonna resonate for you, but this is how I can put it. If I find myself observing too much, this is why I don't search shit anymore, because it only makes me overthink. It only puts me in a place of overthinking, and like, constantly just like my mind starts going into like shit that don't even matter, right? So I feel like there's that energy there too, where you and him are going to be watching each other. This could be just really him watching you a lot, but I feel like you're going to be doing it too, because they're saying for you to make sure that you don't let observation become overthinking, basically. Um, and even with the Three of Wands being here, that is a card of like observation, of waiting for something to happen, right? Um, but with the Three of Wands and the Empress, I'm getting like that sense of expansion and empowerment. So I feel like, hold on, I gotta go back to this Emperor. They're bringing me back to the Emperor. This could also be with your shop, okay? So I feel like, I don't know if it's because you said standing on business, because they're like agreeing with that, and I don't know if they're understanding what you're saying when you're saying standing on business. But I feel like this could be with your business too, where you're going to be more in your masculine energy with people, and like kind of just setting boundaries with people there too. Because I don't really get the sense of it being your parents. That energy with your parents feels light. So it may be something that happens with them, but it's not something that's gonna like create all this drama or anything like that. No, like they may just, your mom or him could be asking you like, hey, like what's going, like maybe just trying to get an update, on like, how are you doing or whatever, what you're up to. But I feel like something with your business, and then also with Jay. Okay, so just keep that in mind. The energy with your parents is very light, but I have to say it because it was there. um So I'm sorry if this is like a lot. Um, just is like, damn, I'm gonna be having a lot of shit going on in September. But no, I think it's just more about like the observations that are happening, right? With the Three of Wands and the Empress, for me this talks about expansion and empowerment. So I feel like Spirit is going to be pushing you to think bigger, step more into your Empress energy, right? I feel like there's a lot of opportunities for growth and expansion that are going to be present for you. So this could be again with your career, creativity, possibly even travel, right? And I feel like the Empress for me showing up here, like she's confirming that you're stepping way more into like your divine power, way more, a lot more into like radiance and a lot of abundance coming your way. And this is why I'm getting like there could be something that you're expanding with your business, and literally having to like set boundaries with people. And then we have the Seven of Swords with the Devil. um just be cautious. They're saying be cautious around like deceptive patterns or unhealthy attachments, and this could be again going back to the observing, and then creating overthinking. So just I would say like right now, like what I would do is, we all kind of know what causes our overthinking, right? And it could be like music, it could be a movie, it could be something you're reading, it could be anything, right? It could be just you just going through social media and like searching for answers. It could be getting a reading, it could be whatever it is, right? I would just say like make either a mental note or like literally make a note of things that cause you like overthinking, and maybe you have to cut that out, even if it's just for like a little bit of time, right? I told you guys before, like there are certain songs I don't listen to, there's certain things I don't watch on TV, because I feel like if I listen to a sad love song, it's going to take me to a place where I'm gonna start overthinking past situations where I don't want to be there. So that's what I can use as an example. I feel like the Devil with the Seven of Swords also says, I feel like this could be someone coming in just that may represent some sense of temptation that isn't aligned with your higher self, or this could be a situation that's not aligned with your higher self, and where you're going, right? So I would say September is a chance for you to like confront like any illusions, kind of release toxic ties, which is like the thinking, right? And just continue to reclaim your power. Because I feel like, for me, it's like, I don't know, the way I could put it is like, when sometimes you're manifesting love and then all these old, like everybody start coming out the woodworks, or like people that get in a people, there's been situations where you get in a relationship and then all of a sudden like everybody wants you. Like there could be something like that coming in where it's like you have some temptation coming in that is not worth the entertainment that you would give, because it's just not. I know I'm not getting like this kind of deceptive energy from your person. It feels like something completely outside of that. um with the Tower and the High Priestess, yo yo, that is people still commenting on that note. Why my friend from high school, he gonna say, nah, this is about the, I don't know who needs to hear this, fold that close. He gonna say, nah, they at the bottom of the bed to raise my feet. Yo, people have said the fucking funniest stuff to me. Oh my god, I can't tell you how many people were like, even some of the girls from on here. I was dying this morning. I was like, oh my god, I said that just being funny. Um, so with the Tower and the High Priestess, this is a card of like sudden awakening. I feel like there could be like a really unexpected change coming in September, because the Tower, I don't like to, I don't know why Spirit is using disruptive, because I don't like to use that word for the Tower. But with the High Priestess, I feel like it's not out of nowhere. Hold on. Yeah, like, because the High Priestess is here. So to me, intuition, you know, it's a feeling of something happening. So I feel like there's gonna be some type of shift that happens, that Spirit is wanting you to trust in that shift. Like, they're wanting you to trust the shift that's coming in September. I feel like you kind of like are going to, you may have already been sensing this, or like you're gonna sense it because the High Priestess is here. Let me get more on this, because this is like, they're being very vague about what this is. And like, okay, girl, I feel like it's gonna be with your I don't want to say mental, like you're crazy, but this could be with like your limiting beliefs. The Two of Pentacles. And the King of Cups. Girl, is this about him? Yeah, you're getting a wish fulfillment. Girl, because I'm like, yo, this doesn't feel bad, but why am I getting these cards? Ooh, I just got chills. So, there could be a real crazy shift that happens with you and him. And by crazy, I mean like a good one, right? That is like, this makes sense to me. Like, it's like you already know this is gonna happen. This is good. Something is gonna happen in September that it could, that you've been manifesting, is what I can put it. I feel like there's going to be something that happens that you're gonna, it's gonna, of course it's gonna I want to say it catches you by surprise because it's unexpected, but it's really not unexpected because you kind of know what you've been manifesting. So, does that make sense to you? Because what the fuck? Girl, shaking in your boots. Does that make sense to you, just how I put that? I had to make that make sense because, oh my God, it was not making sense how it was coming in. Yeah, like, it's like, you know, like, we know what we've been manifesting, right? But it's like when you get it, you still feel a sense of like, oh shit, like that happened, like that really happened. There could be even things, you know how I've been getting like those things that are way too fucking, way too accurate to fucking ignore. Like that day when I said I'm gonna start fasting, I said it in my head, and then it was posted. Like, I feel like it could be that, something like that, or literally like something happens that with him physically, like not physically, but you get what I'm saying. Like, he takes a certain action towards you, but there's gonna be something that's gonna come in like, what the fuck? But it's like you kind of already know. So that is what I have for you, Jess. I hope that was helpful. Girl, girl, I wouldn't even be shocked if that does happen. All right, so IJ, you sent for a channeled, right? Wait, gonna do one more. What do you mean? Another channel? I mean, that's fine. So the first one is from your missus, right? I just want to make sure, is that so? The first one, is it from that? Wait, who said? Oh no, it was just a second to do one more. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. That was my bad. My bad. All right. So IJ, let's do this. Let's do channel. I read that wrong. I read that. I thought you were saying that you were getting a channel from somebody else too. Yo, I've been seeing the number 112. I'm gonna have to look that up. And I don't really get into angel numbers anymore, but let me see. Oh, I would like to see Ariana. Jess, who's your favorite artist? Hold on, guys. My bad, my sister was showing me something. Y'all, yeah, I'm gonna take the. Go downstairs with my nephew. I got the iPad with me. He's just making something to eat real quick, so I'll be back. Yes.
You told me to come over here.
Alright, you wanna go down there? My bad. IJ, I got your channel though. He was taking forever. I'm like, bro. Bye, Ange. Have a good night. I'm like, bro, come on. And I still gotta go check up on him. Alright. So, IJ, I got your message. Good night, Ange. Alright. So it says, I see you. I see the way you've always put in effort, steady and sure, never faltering, even when I've held back. And now something in me has shifted. I feel called to meet you where you are, to place my own energy beside yours, to show you in ways both small and grand that you matter deeply to me. Each action I take is a seed I plant for us. Maybe they're small, a word here, a gesture there, but they are filled with intention, with pure intention. I want you to know that I'm not just dreaming of us, I am building with you. Slowly, patiently, tenderly, but with a heart that's all in. You are my warmth, my joy, my light. With you, I see clarity, happiness, and a chance to create something real and lasting. Wait, why the hell did I just skip? Wait, where was I at? Okay, and lasting. Okay, the pull I feel toward you is undeniable. A fire that keeps me reaching back no matter how much life tries to distract me. Yes, sometimes doubts whisper and fears creep in, but even then, my heart does not turn away from you. All I know is that what I want with you is growth. I want partnership, teamwork, and shared dreams. I want to learn you deeply, to know the little things, to support you as you supported me. Because when I look at us, I don't see something temporary. I see roots, foundation, stability. I see legacy, a love that endures, and a future we create hand in hand. If you're wondering what my next steps are, they're simple, but they are sacred. To keep showing up, to keep investing, to keep proving through action what my heart has known all along, that you are the one I want to grow with. That is your message, IG. Let me get you your messages. I'm gonna go with the orange deck. Oh shit, not the orange deck is floating in my hand. And please do not fall back there. Alright, what does Nat want to say to IJ? Just, you could go ahead and post. I think you're next, right? Or IJ, you want to do your mini first? We could do that. Oh shit. What does Nat want to say to IJ? Your eyes are so beautiful. Be mine. We are destined to be together. I regretted my decision the second I walked away. You are the love of my life. I can't deny that. Yearning to be with you again. I wish I could hug you right now. I'm not letting you go. Alright, we got a few. What if we get caught? I'm thinking about you this very second. So many people are depending on me. You're my biggest temptation. And how do you want it? So that is for you, IJ. And thank you so much. Okay, let's see that question. Oh my God, that question is crazy. But let's see. Give me a second. Do you, T-Boy? Wait, do he? Wait, what? Does IG have pictures of her on an altar? So, okay, with the mini, does the Aries have my pics in a secret place anywhere near that table? Yes, for IJ. The star, the Queen of Swords reverse, the Temperance. I'm automatically getting a no. Yeah, I'm getting a no. The Knight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the Justice. So I feel like Spirit is saying like she's very erratic and chaotic, but no, I don't feel like she does. Does she have pictures of you saved? Yes, I feel like she definitely does. I feel like she, when you post things, she may be saving it like on social media, or she's like literally taking a screenshot. But I'm not getting this energy of her like putting pictures near an altar like for anyone. Like I don't get that she's like that unhinged. I feel like she believes in like karma because we do have the Justice card here. So I feel like she may have in the past like dabbled in like love spells or like money spells. Stuff like that, but I don't think she ever gained anything from it. Not with you though, not with you, not like love spells for you, but like just in general. Like I think she's someone that tapped into spirituality like years ago and like maybe tapped into a lot of different things, but she kind of uses spirituality in a good way. I don't know what her like heritage or nationality is, but I feel like she definitely believes in like karma when it comes, yeah, like she definitely does, like when it comes to like messing with people's free will, um in that kind of sense, right? Where like she's doing altars and like, certain stuff that kind of doesn't go with like her ethically. So I don't get that from her, honestly. Like I said, I know she's unhinged, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, like she's very like practical, and she kind of understands it to a deeper level, that to the point where, yeah, she I think that would scare her, like that kind of stuff scares her. So that's why I said like in the past she may have dabbled into like certain rituals, but maybe like she never saw anything come from them, so she just kind of backed off. I'm getting like Etsy shop and stuff like that. Etsy shop has a lot of those people, um that, to me, like that stuff works if you believe it, but it doesn't, like it's just kind of like whatever. Show me more. I feel like that altar is more for fun for her, is what I'm getting. More like a like exploring. Yeah, like the King of Cups with the Page of Cups. So when it comes to you, IJ, I feel like I know she becoming an unhinged, and the messages we get um are sometimes very like unhinged and crazy. But I feel like what it is like a crush, a desire, like something she can't have, so she desires it, she has a crush on it. But it does come from a place of like emotional, I don't know why I'm saying emotional kindness, like softness. Like it's not coming from like this place where she will really pull up. I think her, what we get a lot of times, I think those are her inner thoughts, but not anything that she's gonna act on in a crazy unhinged way. Like I feel like she has too much pride or something. So that's what I have there. I don't feel like there is. Does she save pictures? Yes. But does she do anything like, you know, where she's playing with someone's free will? No. No, no, no. You're welcome, IJ. And just you can post. Let me check up on my nephew because he's still downstairs eating. All right, if anyone else wants to send for a reading, do so now because I'm about to get off when I'm done with Jess. If no one else sends, um, you know, it's funny just because today I was listening to Ari. Well, you know what? I actually put a song of hers on a post that I did on Instagram. All right, got you, Jess. Energy check for Justin J. September. Energy check for Justin J. We had a lot of watchers today. Sometimes I'll be wondering, like, is Mike watching me? I don't think he would be, but I don't know. Energy check for Justin J in September. All right, the Two of Swords. The Magician. The Fool. The Page of Pentacles reverse. Okay. The Eight of Wands. The Three of Swords. The High Priestess. The Queen of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups. The Emperor. The Temperance. The Nine of Cups. Hold on, let me respond to my nephew. Oh my God. What the heck is? All right. So, all right, energy check. So let me just give you your cards. So we have the Two of Swords, the Magician, the Fool, the Page of Pentacles, reverse, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords, the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Emperor, the Temperance, the Nine of Cups. I'm gonna say be mindful of your thoughts coming up because I feel like you may be questioning whether to continue to push forward in your manifestation or like pull back. So don't pull back is what I'm getting. Like just be mindful because you're it's you. Like you're at a crossroad with you and it's in your mind. I feel like you may feel like a part of you wants to like protect your heart for some reason while the other part is like actively like calling him in, right? Um so it's like even if you're unsure what direction to take, you're consciously or unconsciously manifesting connection with him. So I feel like you're gonna still push forward, but there may be a point where you like question yourself, like yeah, like you just gonna feel like, do I want to keep doing this or something is what I'm getting. The Fool is here and I feel like there the a sense of like hopefulness comes back in. The Fool for me, like it just feels like you're gonna carry this sense of like, what if we started fresh, right? This could also be him. So this could be him that where he's like in his mind he's just like feeling hopeful um of a new start. And I feel like you and him will be willing to take a leap of faith. I want to say he's gonna like, so I feel like, let's just say something like, I don't know, I'm just hypothetically speaking, you don't see him like really interacting with you. That's where the questioning may come in. But then suddenly he takes a leap of faith and just like starts really like going hard, like taking action. um it's just like a back and forth energy. Like I feel even hesitant like trying to give you the messages. So there's hesitancy, I want to say, on both parts. I feel like I'm gonna go with the Three of Swords and the High Priestess that since they're here. I feel like so. All right, let me. I'm sorry. I don't want to confuse you because I feel like this is your energy. So I'm gonna kind of just summarize again. You're gonna be feeling a little torn because again, a part of you is like, I don't know if I want to. It's not even that you don't know. I think you're gonna be questioning yourself. You're letting something get to your head to the point where you're kind of questioning whether to keep going forward or not. But regardless, you're still gonna be calling his energy in. I feel like you're the one that's gonna start to feel hopeful out of nowhere with this fool being here. I feel like you're gonna be willing to take a leap of faith, as long as he's showing some type of effort, right? I feel like with the Three of Swords and the High Priestess, you're gonna be definitely feeling emotional about like the physical distance, like the separation still being there. So I feel like maybe like early September, you're not gonna see a lot of movement that it starts to make you question yourself. Again, question whether you want to do this or not. I don't really feel like it's questioning him, like your feelings for him, but more so, I don't know if you're gonna feel like mentally exhausted, is what I'm getting. There's just, you may be bottling up like your emotions, and like they're saying you need to release them, right? The High Priestess is here, which is like using your intuition. And sometimes the High Priestess, she doesn't show her hand, so she's not really like trying to release emotions, even though they're bottled up inside and they're bothering her. Hold on. He already came up. What the heck? He was just downstairs. I just have to make sure he's good. So try not to let your emotions, like, don't bottle them inside. Um, use your tools. Um, with the High Priestess being here, like, use your tools to release any like anxieties that come up, because I do feel like they are gonna come up for you for whatever reason. Um, and they may not even have anything to do with him, but you're kind of like pushing it onto that direction. Um, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, I do feel like you both still hold like this genuine love, and you both want something stable and nurturing and long lasting. I feel like it's just somebody, I want to say it's you, Jess, because I'm getting the feminine energy. That's the one that's feeling like a mixture of practicality and open heartedness. Like, even if you're not showing it. So there's something with your emotions that's not gonna be feeling all the way up to par in September. I want to say this is early September. Um, his energy is more in this, I want to say, like, hesitation too. Um, he wants the connection, but almost like he doesn't know how to fully show up. Um, and again, this, remember, we're the creators, so it's whatever energy you're putting out there, that's how he's showing up. So if you're gonna be in this energy where you may question things, then he may be in that energy too, right? Where he's like, I want to take the next steps, but I just don't know how to. That's how, like, with you, it could be just like anxiety from like not getting certain movement from him, and you start to like, it starts to show up for you, like, again, questioning yourself, where for him it's going to show up in more so like uncertainty of like how to make something happen here. Something with timing is coming up, and I know we don't really get into timing, but I don't know, there's something with timing, and I literally have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom, that maybe like whatever it is, anxieties that you're having is gonna show up for him in timing. Like, maybe he's gonna feel like, damn, it's been so long, like, would she be open? For some reason he's questioning the timing of things. Um, I do feel like there is gonna be communication because I have the Eight of Wands, like energy picking up, like or like really fast emotional shifts. So maybe you won't be in this energy for long, but um, I feel like so even if he's holding back, um, something in him is going to feel very restless to the point he's going to kind of like go ahead and just push things forward. So there may be like direct communication coming in from him. I do feel with the Emperor being here, he tries to maintain some type of control or appear strong, even though inside he's not feeling that way. Okay? So again, this comes up with, we know when you're manifesting someone, whatever energy you put out is whatever energy how they're going to show up. So like you guys will be mirroring each other a lot. I feel like in September, I think this is where we're going with this. You're going to be like literally mirroring each other so much that when you're feeling out of place or like overthinking or whatever, it's going to be literally in real time. And you know what, this remind, or didn't I say earlier, I use an example of like how I've like the past few weeks, whenever I like is there's been things where I've thought it and he's posted it, or like we've posted around the same exact time about the same fucking topic. So I feel like a lot of that is going to be happening with you guys, but I feel like it's going to be more on the emotional standpoint. So that makes sense to me because I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, I think one of your like one of the spreads earlier says something like you're not gonna, this may be something that you don't really see, but you're trusting it. So I would definitely say like be mindful of like the energy that you're in. Get out of that Two of Swords energy, like, because I feel like he's gonna be getting your energy in real time. Like I honestly feel like, I feel like I don't really know, right? We don't really know 100%, but we can only assume that when we put out a certain energy, our person is getting it right then and there, right? I assume that that's what happens. But I know that like when I've done readings and like actually like looked at people's energy, it almost feels like there's a little bit of a delay, whether it's like a few hours later or like a day later, whatever. But I feel like y'all's is not gonna be like yours is shifting into this place where y'all are literally gonna mirror each other emotions right on time. Like right on time. So just be careful, like when you find yourself, it's all about, I always say like, for me, you're not gonna be able to catch every single like negative thought, or you don't need to correct every single thing. But if you do find yourself like spiraling, check yourself right away, because I feel like he will spiral in his own emotions too. Um and he's gonna try to maintain some sense of control when it comes to his feelings, um like to try to appear strong even though inside he's kind of all over the place. I feel like he definitely is gonna be in this place in September where he doesn't want to lose like his position in your life. um so he's gonna, I feel like he's approaching things cautiously and maybe like on his own terms, but at the same time is like, I'm not willing to miss out on this chance, and I know that if I do continue to take long, I may lose out on this chance. The Temperance is here, which is all about like, the patience and balance, but I feel like this is going to be him trying to balance his feelings, not how he feels about you, but feeling like very, again, chaotic, back and forth. um he's definitely not cutting things off, and he's definitely not going to stop taking action towards you. I feel like he's going to be more so in this middle ground of letting things flow without forcing them, but also in this energy where he's like, still have to make something happen here. um the Nine of Cups is here, so I do feel like despite him trying to like control his emotions, um he definitely sees you as his wish fulfillment. um you fulfill him emotionally like no one ever has. I feel like that's how you feel about him. You're literally a wish for him, and again, I feel like even if he doesn't like take like this crazy action in the 3D, um he will continue to take actions. And I feel like he definitely feels good when your energy is present. um so you may get these things where he's definitely going to be posting more frequently, and they're going to be specifically for you to see. Okay, like I feel like whatever he's posting coming up is all for you to see. It's just to get reaction out of you. Like, you know how he's been like in all your stuff. It's almost like he wants that too. Does that I'm sure that makes sense. um and then I feel like the energy between you both, I feel like there's just like this thing. I want to say unspoken tension and attraction. And I feel like things are going to feel a little bit freaking tense in September. Like, and I want to say this is intensity of like, and you could be picking up on his energy. So that's maybe why you're going to feel like very intense, because I feel like his energy is going to be in a place where he's like, yo, I cannot fucking hold back any longer how I feel. Like, it almost feels like it's hard to hold back any longer. I feel like he's gonna be seeing you looking really freaking good because you got the Queen of Wands. I'm sorry, the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Cups, with the Ace of Cups. So I feel like he's just going to be in this place of like, I'm fucking scared, but I need to make a move because now I'm even more scared. Like, I think he's gonna enter a place of like being more scared to lose you than scared to fucking make a move. So I know this sounds heavy, but I feel like it's you may pick up on his energy, okay? And that does happen when you're connected to someone. I know we talk about the law of assumption, but I feel like sometimes we limit ourselves with that too. But I feel like you're definitely going to be picking up on his energy. And do you remember in those readings that I gave you, I want to say like last week, where I said your intuition is going to be really spiked up, or like you just kind of picking up on shit like right away? This could be it now, September, where this is going to show up. And I feel like I had got that for you when we did an August reading back in July. So just be mindful of that the energy may not be yours. So remember that I think that's where this, the beginning sounded so complicated how spirit was putting all this shit together. But I feel like you're gonna feel his energy super freaking heavy. It's not yours, so just make sure that you bounce back from it quickly, where you're not in this place of like spiraling, because it's not your intensity, it's his. um I feel like there's definitely going to be even more desire for renewal, because I feel like you both are going to be carrying that energy of like a fresh start and emotional reconnection. So there is a real big chance of that happening in September. um I feel like right now, like, social media is your bridge. um you know a lot of people don't believe in the bridge of events happening, but I do. um because I've had that, it's happened to me, and I've seen it happen to a lot of people. And I feel like, just, I know that you want more action, right? But you know how to create that, right? With your mind. That's the only thing you have to correct, is your mind. You literally could even not even, you don't even have to interact with him, and you're still gonna get movement, because as long as you keep your mind where it needs to be. So make sure that, like, you're not seeing this. And I feel like this is coming up for you again. You're not seeing, like, you're not, I don't want to say taking for granted the interactions on social media, because I don't feel like you do, but also don't minimize them. So it's like there needs to be a balance with like not, feeding the birds too much, the birds before landing, those actions, but also enjoying them, because they are wins, right? And he went from like liking one thing to like liking everything, from like watching everything, multiple times. So just kind of like use that as your, I want to say, as your anchor of like, that things are working, right? Keep doing what you're doing, like with your affirmations. Like, don't change anything. Don't change, if you want to add, like I was saying, like, if you want to saturate more, there's nothing wrong with that. But don't do it from a place of like, um from a place of fear and doubt. um So basically right now, like, social media, like I said, is your bridge, is your way of, like, you guys communicating. And I always say, like, you don't really got to do shit in the 3D. Sometimes, yeah, you want to shake shit up, whatever, like, go quiet, make him think. That's cool. It's, as long as you know, you believe that it's working in your favor, that's what matters. And sometimes it does, because we're dealing with human beings, right? um so I feel like social media is definitely going to keep the energy moving, and alive between you guys in September. So in September is it when you have those shows. So maybe you like being dolled up, going out, having fun. That's going to definitely have him in a place of urgency. Now we know. um, I feel like there's also this energy of, like, patience and timing matter here in September. So for me, the temperance says the connection isn't done. It's kind of just recalibrating. So it's like we're just shifting. There's nothing, it's not done. If anything, it's shifting in a good way. I feel like, you know so basically the energy is like, yeah, there could be still like a sense of separation here in the 3D, but it's, your connection is very active in the 4D. You're manifesting stability and love, right? Or, you're manifesting your perfect part. Well, I don't want to, because I know none of us feel like our person has to be perfect, but you're manifesting your person. Even though he's cautious, he still feels emotionally fulfilled by your presence. So the connection is more so in this phase of, like, quiet healing and rebalancing, where social media interactions are holding the thread until something more direct develops. So I would definitely, like, keep things moving on social media. Like, don't don't overcomplicate yourself, right? Because I think sometimes when we take action in the 3D, if we don't get results, we start to question ourselves. And oh my god, this makes sense. Remember how earlier I fucking said, oh my god, what was it? Um Yo, it just slipped my fucking mind. What the fuck? That was a good message. What was it? Oh my god. No, I can't get off until I get that. Hold on. Yo, I can't believe that just literally completely slipped my mind. The action in the 3D. Oh my god. Oh my god, Jess. What the fuck? Yo, I don't know what the fuck it was. That is crazy. Yo, it literally did. And it was about something I said earlier. I remember I said earlier where I said something about, yo, I don't know what the fuck it was. I hope it comes back to me at some point. Cause I was gonna make a point to one of your readings from earlier. Um, I may have to go back and listen. Do you have the timings of your readings, Jess? I want to go back and listen, because that, I can't believe that slipped like that. It was something from your reading earlier. I know it was. Shit. Oh my god, it bothers me. There was something from earlier that was making sense now. Shit, what the hell? I haven't had something like this happen to me in so long. Yo, I don't know what the fuck it was, man. No, because I literally started to say it and it completely just left. Oh my god, that's gonna drive me fucking crazy. I know the last thing I said, even though in the 3D, you guys are kind of like, there's like that sense of like separation, right? But in the 4D, things are active. And then I know I said the connection. I remember what I last said, where I said the connection is in a phase of quiet healing and rebalancing, where social media interactions are holding the thread until something more direct develops. It was when I said that it came in, and yo, it's gone. It has to do with that last one of your readings that I did today. If you get the timings of it, I mean, if you don't, you don't. But if you do, just let me know, because I want to hear them. No free readings. I want to hear them because I feel like more if I hear it, it's gonna come back to me. Because there was something specific about the earlier readings where, damn, I don't know what it is. I can't believe that slipped like that. I swear it's not help. They're quiet as hell. Like, where y'all at right now? That's gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to find those readings if you don't. Damn, that bothers me because that was gonna make a point that was gonna make so much sense. What the fuck just happened? Yo, I don't know. I know that I had said, like, at one point I said, you know how me, like, I'll think of something and he'll post it. Then I know I mentioned you, like, going out, having him in a tizzy. I don't know what it was, yo. I don't know. And I don't know. I don't know what it was. I mean, I was already done with what Spirit had to say, but I was going to make a point with that last reading. So, like, I did give you everything that Spirit said about the energy in September, but something was going to make sense. I don't know. If it comes, watch me text you at like 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, oh my God, just this is what it was. IJ, are you here? If you donated today, can you guys let me know if you're here? All right, this is for Jess. Messages from her higher self. So you have shadow love. Embrace your depths. They hold wisdom. Transformation. Change is your soul's evolution. We have compassion. Choose love again and again. Blessings. Every detour carries hidden gifts. We have worthiness. You are enough as you are. You are enough as you are. Yeah. I don't know why I feel like just should have been there. Like, you are enough just as you are. But renewal. Release old stories. You're rewriting yourself. Look how cute that card is. So that is for you, Jess. All right, let's do IJ. Damn, yo, that's gonna bother me because I literally, there was something that I said earlier that kind of, today's Spirit was like getting way deep with Jess. Like, damn. Yeah, I'm ready. I did 3 heavy ones today. Well, meaning 20 minutes each instead of like like 15. And I'm gonna do one before bed. Well, technically I did 4 because I did one last night at like, yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning. Wait, this is for IJ. My bad. I was saying Jess. Yo, that's awesome, IJ. You see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, those, because you have no resistance to it. So that's where I say, like, when you have those little thoughts and something manifests, that means you had no resistance to it. So this is for IJ. What is his higher self? I'm gonna take these. We have clarity. Quiet the mind. The answer will rise. Surrender. Release control. Miracles live here. Expansion. Stretch your heart. Love is infinite. Light. Shine fully. Your radiance uplifts others. Transformation. Change is your soul's evolution. And we have shift. A new perspective changes everything. So that is for you, IJ. And thank you guys. I did not expect this to be such a long live. Spirit had a lot. Lady Spirit has been like, you know what? We just got a lot to say. Justin, do you see what I said? I liked his story. I said he was twirling his locks. Yo, it'd be funny if he do be in here listening to me. I'm fucking die. Oh my god. That would be crazy. And I pictured him in that orange shirt dress. I mean, I said that orange shirt dress and that orange picture, that orange shirt picture. Right, kicking his locks and twirling his feet. I had to take a picture of these. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off because I wanted to get up early, have a session before we do our first session. So I will talk to you guys. I'm sure I'll talk to you. Just if that message comes back to me, I will. If you happen to like go back and listen to the readings, just get the timing just so I could see what the fuck it was if it doesn't come to me. So have a good night, y'all. Bye.